Welcome to the Tinley Chamber Spotlight Show. I'm your host, Garrett Gray, and today on the Tinley Chamber Spotlight Show, we have 4 guests who are here to talk about how their business can help you. But before I get to the guests, I want to make a quick announcement, so get your calendars, because this month in September 21st, Friday, all the way to Sunday, September 23rd, is Oktoberfest here in Tinley Park by the 80th Avenue train station. I was there last year and it was a fun time. You have Oktoberfest beer, you have polka dancing and music, you have authentic German food, and there's even a carnival for the kids. So if you want to learn more details, contact the Tinley Chamber of Commerce at 708-532-5700. And now we'll get to our guests, beginning with my first guest, who's the Business Development and Marketing Manager for the Sterk Family Law Group. Please welcome to the show, Miss Kelly Garver. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being on the show.
No problem.
So, Kelly, tell us a little bit about your firm and what your role is at the firm.
Mm-hmm. As you mentioned, I work with Sterk Family Law Group in Orland Park. We're a family law practice that practices within the surrounding areas, Will, Cook, and DuPage counties.
Okay.
So under that umbrella, we have a lot of different areas that we focus on within family law, varying from divorce, child support, parenting agreements, guardianships, orders of protections, adoptions. So.
Wow, there's a wide range for under family law. Now, do you have any specialties for some of your lawyers?
Yeah, some of our attorneys do have concentrations to help better serve our clients. We have one attorney that works with individuals of families that may have special needs. We have another attorney that focuses on some of the clients that may have real estate transactions involved with their cases. We have another one that works with the 50-plus clients just to try to help them with some of those transitional pieces as they're going through different changes they may be coming into us for. And then Gwendolyn, who manages the firm, is also does a little bit of the small business pieces too. Okay, excellent.
Now, how long has your group or has your firm been around, and how many lawyers do you have?
So we've been in Orland Park since 2015. Gwendolyn's been practicing law for 29 years.
Wow.
We actually have 6 attorneys on staff with us right now. So.
Okay, wow. And as you mentioned, some of them have specialties or concentrations, I should say. So where can a client start if they require your services? What would they do first?
They can give us a call, email us, stop in. We do offer free, no obligation consultations. So with that, they're able to come in, usually speak with their attorney half an hour, just to discuss their case and what's going on, and gives them a little bit of legal input before that, they decide to make a decision. And then while they're in there, what's unique about us is that we pride ourselves that we have a holistic team approach. And with the holistic piece is that we have a resource center within our office that has just hundreds of different connections to different area professionals, so we can refer them out to get access to assistance outside of the legal world.
Okay, wow. That seems like a pretty good resource center to have. Now, is there moments where somebody comes, you're not able to help directly, but indirectly you're able to put them in the right position?
Yes. So if they're coming in, whether they need help with getting referral for a therapist or a counselor or a financial advisor, or tax professional, real estate, we're able to give them some referrals to direct connections that we've all met with personally.
Okay, excellent. And now I know the Sterk Family Law Group also has a presence in the community. Can you tell the audience a little bit about that?
Yep, so we are involved in a lot of the chambers. Obviously, the Tinley Park Chamber is one of them. We like to stay really involved with supporting a lot of the programs and initiatives that go on. And with that, we're one of the founding sponsors of a program that launched in January called Building Hope for the Future. So with that, we've partnered with a couple other sponsors, and what it does is opens up as a free program, almost like a resource for the community to come in to get some access to free topics.
Excellent. Now, so what type of topics are talked about in these workshops?
So the topics range every month. So we host it on the 3rd Tuesday night, and it bounces around locations, but we've been pretty much staying in the southwest suburbs area. So one of the sponsorship levels is that you can host it. So we try to tailor the topic for that month to the host if possible, but we kicked it off in January with a program on job development and had business coaches come in and offered all of the guests access to free business coaching.
Wow.
We've done anxiety, depression, we've done a divorce and reconciliation,
Wow.
an addiction piece, a financial management piece, a business entrepreneurship piece. So we try to kind of keep the topics across the board to kind of speak to different audiences. So we have presenters that come in that are professionals. A lot of them are in our resource center or eventually are coming in there that are willing to open up the time and share their resources with people coming to the event.
Excellent. So it's not all lawyers at these workshops. It's your big network. So I'm sure some of these have a law bent. However, some of these, like anxiety and profession, you're reaching out to another individual to help. Well, that's excellent. Now, may I ask which workshop is here in September and future workshops?
September is actually going to be hosted at Evergreen Senior Living. So they're going to be hosting an event on caring for your loved one. So, they're a senior facility. So they're going to speak to families on what to do as your parents or family members are aging and how to go through that process. October, we're going to be at the Bridge Teen Center in Orland Park, and we're going to be doing a topic that October, they're running their Drive Out Bullying campaign, so we're going to tie in the topic around bullying. Wow. Getting back to law, and specifically the family law practice, you mentioned it stems divorce, prenups, guardians, etc. Is there anything new on the books that you are aware of? Some of these topics, well, Illinois family law has changed quite often, so we're seeing, over the last couple of years, there have been changes under the family law umbrella regarding child support or maintenance and stuff. So there's always, even the umbrellas that we do, there's always fluctuations to what may have been done, the year prior. So our attorneys are, big on going for continuing education to try to make sure they're staying abreast of everything. In addition to that, we also do presentations where Gwendolyn will do presentations to different area professionals to help keep people up to date on the family law changes. We're part of a lot of the mental health organizations within the state, so she'll go do ethics presentations to providers and stuff to help keep them up to speed.
Excellent. Now, and you mentioned Gwendolyn, who's the founder of the company, that she also concentrates sometimes on small business. Is that where she started her law?
I'm not really sure. I know she's been under family law. She's got a very diverse background. She has a lot under her belt and is a very accomplished woman. But the small business piece really speaks to her a lot, especially with her owning her own practice. So she does do presentations to different business organizations and chambers as well on the good, the bad, and the ugly of small business ownership.
Oh, excellent. I hope she's been able to come out to the Tinley Chamber of Commerce and give a talk. That we would love that, for sure.
She's done it in the past, and we're trying to get in queue to do it again.
Okay, great. Or any one of your lawyers, I would suppose, if that's their specialty that they want to talk about. Now, in terms of you guys are based in Orland, and you've been there for approximately how many years?
It's 3 years now, almost 4. January 1, 2015, the doors opened. So we are in a smaller office and actually moved in November because our staff has grown. So when it opened in 2015, we've added on attorneys, paralegals, legal assistants, and then, myself. Excellent.
Well, it sounds like you guys are flourishing. Kelly, if you have a concluding message that you want to say to our audience about Sterk Family Law Group, please do.
Sure. Again, with Sterk Family Law, we're happy to offer you a free no-obligation consultation, or if you're interested in coming in to take a look at our resource center, becoming a part of our resource center, or interested in participating as either a sponsor, a presenter, or attending one of the Building Hope for the Future programs, please feel free to reach out to us.
Okay. Well, thank you for being on the show,
Thank you,
Kelly, and much success to the Sterk Family Law Group. Thanks again.
Thank you so much.
My next guests are directors of patient outreach for Windy City Cannabis. Please welcome to the show Lauren Lupescu and Lauren Hathaway. Welcome, Lauren and Lauren.
Hi. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for being on the show. So could one of you tell us a little bit about Windy City Cannabis and what it's about?
Windy City Cannabis, we are a medical dispensary. We have 4 locations. We are located in Homewood, Posen, Justice, and Worth. And we help our medical cannabis patients. We supply them with medication.
Okay, excellent. Now, how do you qualify to be a medical cannabis patient for the state of Illinois?
So in the state of Illinois, you need to have one of the 41 qualifying conditions that's on the list. And from there, we'll help you go through the application process and get that rolling.
Okay, excellent. Now, what are some of those 41 conditions? You don't have to list all of them, but just some. What are some of the main ones? I've heard glaucoma.
Glaucoma, cancer, MS, spinal cord disease, traumatic brain injury, and PTSD.
Wow. Okay. Excellent. And how long is that process to get approved?
Right now, generally it's when you send in your application, it's kind of a first come, first serve kind of thing. So once your application is turned in, right about now, we're looking at about 75 days or so for the time.
Fair enough. And now, can a physician certify you?
Absolutely, yes. So there is a physician certification form. So what we recommend is you bring that into your physician, talk to them about medical cannabis, let them know that it's just a certification form, that they are not actually filling out anything. It's not a prescription. It's just a certification that they have a qualifying condition for medical cannabis.
So one of those 41 conditions, that doctor, he's saying, I certify from my professional judgment that this person has PTSD.
Correct, or Crohn's, or MS, things like that. Yeah. So it's just they're certifying. There's no prescription involved whatsoever.
Okay. And now you guys also help with the application process. Lauren, do you want to?
Of course. So anybody that's looking for assistance, you can just walk in, email us. We do a lot of patient outreach. So when we go into the communities, that's just what we're here for, is to give support to people. It's a scary process, but once we've learned it, it's fairly easy.
Okay, excellent. So this way, you help them with the application process to make sure all the T's are crossed and the I's dotted, because if they're in pain and this turnaround time is 75 days, you don't want to get it kicked back and then all of a sudden it costs you time waiting for your medication. And do you see that often? People not filling out correctly?
Sometimes there's a little bit of like stipulations, like either they gave the wrong proof of residency or they didn't exactly match something on their application. But that's okay. The state will send it back with a letter saying you need to correct this, and that's what we're here for. And then we'll help that get fixed. We send it back, and from then on, it takes maybe about a couple more weeks.
Okay, excellent. Now, Lauren, can you talk about some of your patients? What do you see in terms of the medical benefits? How does it aid people?
A lot of we see a lot of patients come in and, with their conditions and their ailments, a lot of them are on a lot of pain medication or, and they want to start coming down off of their pain medication. And we offer CBD products. CBD has been known to help with pain and inflammation. We've seen a lot of our patients actually, come off of pain medications or come down, from them.
So they'll get weaned off of like prescription and use the medical marijuana and actually can get rid of their other pills.
Yes, we've seen some patients do it, and there are some patients that still need, their medication as well. They may need to, but a lot of the time we have patients come in and they go, I've gotten completely off of my medication, and it's really helped them. Crohn's patients, specifically CBD is known to really help with that pain and inflammation. I'm a Crohn's patient.
Oh, wow.
So CBD is absolutely fantastic for Crohn's.
Excellent, excellent. And now when somebody comes in and they're looking for assistance on, what type of medicine options they have, what is that process like? What does your staff do?
So when they come in, once they receive their card through the mail, you need to bring another form of ID. We let them in the building. And then once they are ready for the patient counselor, they will have a little one-on-one interaction and go over their symptoms, ailments, and what kind of relief they're looking for through medical cannabis. And from there, the bud tenders, which we call them, they will refer products to them that they think the strains will help their condition specifically.
Okay, now I see you guys have some products here. What can you describe what these products are, and how they differ? I see there's different colors on the packages.
So right here, this would be our RSO. We have a lot of patients take this. This one is a 15-to-1, which means it's 15 part CBD, 1 part THC. So as you can see, it comes in a syringe, but there's no needle on the end. So it's just basically like, a dropper. You would put just a little bit on the end of your finger, put it underneath your tongue, put it on a piece of cracker. You would ingest it that way.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's not. So what? How are the ways that you can take this medicine?
It's sublingual, so basically, you would consume it either under your tongue or eat it, as most patients do.
Okay.
So this is a pretty popular item, which is the RSO. A lot of our cancer patients use it, and
Wow.
people who have a lot of high pain mostly go to our RSOs.
Okay.
And then we have what these are called are the spray tinctures. So these are sprays that you would do also. Take this out of here for you. So it just comes in a little spray bottle. So you just take off the cap and then you would spray that into your mouth or underneath your tongue.
Wow.
So, and this one is it's CBN for sleep. So it helps you sleep. So if you're having trouble at night and you're having a lot of pain, you could take this before you would go to bed.
Excellent. And then this final one?
And then this one right here. This is also another spray tincture. This one is a sativa. So this would be for daytime use. So same thing here. Same thing, spray tincture. So yeah, you just take the cap off and then go ahead and give it a spray.
Wow.
Use that, yeah.
Wow.
So these are just some of the products we offer, and we have other tinctures as well, topicals.
So they can just, it's dermal, you just rub it on like in oil, or?
Yeah, we have one, it's called Muscle Freeze, and it's really popular. It's just like BioFreeze, but it's just in a bottle. You spray it on, you pump it onto your hand and rub it on any affected area that you have pain in. So it's a very popular item.
Wow. And wow, that's awesome. Wow, I didn't know there was that many uses. And so when the patients come and they want to choose, they have a huge selection they can choose from. How do you help them make that choice?
Depending on patient, we sometimes have patches. Well, we always have patches, but
patches.
sometimes
Okay.
that would be better for certain patients rather than other patients. The topicals are always great for arthritic patients, for any localized pain, and it really does freeze the muscle. And then we go into vapes for a more instantaneous medical body effect. And then we have the flower.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So how do you match like your patient's needs? You were mentioning with the vapes. Somebody might say they don't smoke or they don't inhale. How would you guys attack that?
Well, usually when we do the one-on-one consultation with them. So as we comb through our menu, we talk about, we also have edibles and things like that. So we listen to the patient's needs and then kind of go off that. And if it's somebody who has a hard time, swallowing, or, then we might go, okay, we have patches and things like that you can use, or the dropper to do underneath the tongue so it can absorb. So we really listen to the patients, and then just kind of off of experience, we go off of that on recommendations to our patients.
Excellent, Lauren. Well, time is fleeting. If you want to give a quick message to our viewers about your business, please do so right now.
Go ahead.
Well, if you guys have any questions, feel free to stop in and see one of us. We thank you so much, and we're here for you guys. Any support you need or outreach, let us know. We're here for you.
Well, thank you, Lauren. And Lauren, they're here with Windy City Cannabis. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
My last guest is the marketing manager for the Tinley Park District. Please welcome to the show, Miss Carol Bradtke. Welcome to the show, Carol.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
We're glad to have you here. Now, Carol, tell us a little bit about yourself and the Park District.
Sure. About myself, I've been with the Park District for 5 years and was made the marketing manager in January of this year.
Excellent. Now, tell us a little bit of the history of the Park District. How long has it been around?
Well, believe it or not, 50 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, we started in 1967 with 2 parks, and the population at Tinley Park at that time was about 8,000, I'm sorry. Fast forward to today, population's at 56,000.
Wow.
We have 43 parks that we own and maintain, and also 7 facilities.
Wow, that's a lot. That's grown a lot. 2 parks to 43.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a big jump.
Absolutely. And I know the host of Discover Tinley, Ron Santani, has his own park named after him.
He sure does, right on 84th Avenue. That's right.
Excellent, excellent. Now, how many employees work with the park district to take care of all those parks?
Right. That's a lot of acreage and facility to manage. We have 370 full, part-time, and seasonal employees. And out of that, 370, 65% live in Tinley Park. So
Wow.
we not only live here, we work here, and we play here.
That's a good testament that there's an investment in the community. They not only work there, they take care of that community.
Exactly.
So that's a big get, I believe. So who does the park district provide services to?
Well, everyone. We have programs for adults and children, seniors in athletics, recreation programs, performing arts programs, acting classes, athletics, all kinds of leagues, and for both adults and children. We have a senior center. We also do a lot of day trips, so that gets people out and about in the area and to learn history and all that kind of stuff. And we also work closely with the South Suburban Special Recreation Association, and we provide space for them to hold some of their programs, like they do their volleyball program with us for Special Olympics.
Wow.
And then we also use some of their people for people who wanted to take a program with us but might need some assistance. So they'll provide an aid.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's a full service. And don't forget the 4th of July fireworks
Yes.
that we had this year. I guess they were delayed a day, but
They were the 5th of July fireworks
well,
this
'cause
year.
look, you can't stop Mother Nature.
That's right. The rain came and we went home.
So could you tell me a little bit about what events the district has planned for the upcoming year?
Sure. Our fall brochure just came out, so all the information is in there. But some of the high points are our Fall Fest, which is a family program. People build scarecrows. It's a lot of fun. And then we have our Fall Arts and Crafts Fair. We have a theater production of The Odd Couple in October.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That's going to be fun, yeah. And, of course, our Turkey Trot 5K race is coming up in November. So, but there's so much more.
Yeah. Oh, no, I mean, that sounds excellent. That sounds excellent. And what are any, like, long-term future plans for the Park District?
Well, you know, we will continue to grow, obviously. If you look back 50 years, we didn't have any problem coming up with ways to add value to the community at Tinley Park, and we will continue to do that. We are right now renovating Veterans Park,
Oh, wow.
and we'll also be renovating St. Boniface Park. You know, and our staff works constantly to come up with relevant and fun programs and events for the residents and non-residents.
Yeah, it does. Tinley Park brings a lot of people outside of the community into our community.
Yes.
It's an attractive place to live, and as you mentioned, to work and to play.
Right.
Now some of these, you said these improvements for some of the parks. What do these improvements involve?
Well, like at Veterans Park, part of the area that it's in is a wetland. So one of the things we're doing is building a boardwalk so that there's a full pathway that goes all the way around the park. We're replacing the baseball fields. We're adding a, what kind of field are we adding? I'm mixing up my parks. It's lacrosse that we're adding
yeah,
at
that's
St.
huge
Boniface.
now.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
very popular. But just constantly improving. Obviously, after 50 years, things need to be redone. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the community benefits from reinvigorating these parks and keeping them nice, pristine, and current with,
Right.
With the current times.
Exactly.
Now, something I didn't know until I talked to you off camera is that there's a dog park here in Tinley Park, and that I didn't know because I do not own a dog.
Oh, well, I own two, so there you go. Yeah, it's our canine campus. It's on 84th Avenue, just south of 179th. and it's an off-leash. We have 3 sections for large dogs and small dogs. It's a great place if your dogs like to socialize with other dogs. They have a great time, and we do special events there too. Our Pupkin Fest is coming up in
What's that about?
It's just an excuse to dress your dog up in a Halloween costume and come out and maybe win a prize or get pictures. Yeah, they're fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, the rec center itself, it has a great deal, I hear, for Tinley Park residents in terms of being an annual member.
Sure. I don't remember all the prices. I know for an individual to belong for the year, it's $35. And what the rec center has is an indoor walking track that's 1/8 of a mile. And it looks down onto 3 full basketball courts, which we use for programs, and we have open gym time just about every evening. And then we do use one for volleyball too, so people can come and just play the pickup games.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And especially during the winter months,
Great in the winter.
You're not going to be playing outside on those courts or the volleyball courts, which all summer seem to be busy
Right.
when the weather's nice.
Right, which is why we extend our hours. We're open an hour later during the winter. So starting October 1st, we'll be open till 10 p.m.
Excellent. And those are your headquarters right there.
Yes, the administrative offices were at McCarthy Park, and then in 2000, when the rec center was built, we all moved over there.
And I know there's some programs in some of those rooms when you enter.
Oh, we have programs all the time. We have a full year-long preschool program, and we also do summer day camp all summer. It's just finished up in August, the beginning of August, and people can rent the rooms for parties.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
What do those rates approximately range from? If I'd like to,
pretty much around, like for our biggest room for a resident, it's $90 per hour, but that comes with a full use of a full kitchen. So it's a great place. I've had parties there, and it's a
wow.
great place to. We set up the tables for you and everything. You just put the tablecloths on and have your people come in.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, Carol, our time is short here, so
Okay.
if you want to tell our audience a concluding message.
Sure. What I would say is the Park District provides, like we just said, meeting spaces and for families to have fun, and open spaces to enjoy nature, and facilities for athletics and other programming. One thing I would say is get involved with the Park District, especially for businesses. You can be involved by advertising in our brochures or sponsoring any of our programs. We're always looking for help in that way, and it's a great way for you to be seen by your community. Like we said, we have programs for every age group, every interest, and all abilities, so you are going to be able to sponsor something that is your target market. So give it some thought and give me a call.
Thanks, Carol. Thanks for being on the show, and thanks to all our guests who are on today's show. If you want more information on their businesses, contact the Tinley Chamber at tinleychamber.org or call 708-532-5700. That's our show for this month. We'll see you next month.